The hidden reason why you relapse and why you can't stay consistent is very simple. You're not sleeping on time and you're not getting enough sleep. And the thing is, you're focusing on the wrong things when you think about, oh, how can I stay consistent with my goals? And how can I really stop doing these bad habits? Because at the end of the day, to truly become the better version of yourself, this vision of yourself which is just heaps better than you have to understand that you only really need to do 10 good things, only like a few good things, and you have to avoid a million bad things, right? You can't be like gambling at 3 a.m. You can't be out drinking every single night. You can't be having bad sleep. That's what I'm talking about. And now I'll give you an example why. So I've recorded when I go to bed, and so my usual bedtime is 9 p.m, which is going to be very soon. I'll be sleeping right after this video. And so if you guys look at the very bottom here, it's a second row. Every single time I have a bad sleep, the very next day I'm more likely to not do the habits that I should be doing. And I don't record the bad habits, but I promise you, like today when I only had like 5 hours of sleep, I actually had a lot more snacks than I should have. Like usually I wouldn't. And so I literally demolished 2 packets of chips because of the fact that I just had poor sleep. And you might think, oh, that doesn't make sense, or I'll give you an explanation. Number one, when you have poor sleep, when you have like bad sleep and you sleep late, or you just consistently inconsistent, what happens is that you're really missing the key point where your body creates willpower. So in your sleep, you actually create willpower, and you only have a finite amount. And if you think you only create 100 like points of willpower, when you have 5 hours of sleep, you have 60, 50. And so it's really bad because you have less resistance towards the bad habits. And let's face it, temptation is a everyday struggle, every day, and it's never going to disappear. And the moment you accept that temptation towards the bad habits that you have will never disappear, and that you will never become this person that just never has a problem with it, is when you actually start winning those battles. Because you'll realize that there is no point in trying to fight it. There is no point in putting the chocolate next to you and saying, I'm going to create willpower. You're depleting your willpower. You're just exhausting yourself for no reason at all. And so the better option, when you understand that, okay, things like lust, which is an everyday struggle for every single man. It's not something that isn't like unusual. It's completely normal. Normal in the sense that every single person experiences it, and irregular in the sense that you shouldn't be tempted and do it. Like everyone gets tempted, but doing it is a completely different matter. And so the reason why you relapse and the reason why you can't stay consistent is because you have bad sleep. You have bad sleep, and not only is it bad in terms of quantity, but also the quality. And the quality of your sleep is only determined by the consistency of when you go to bed and when you wake up and what you do beforehand. So no Monster energy drinks, no coffee at 3 p.m, no eating really late. You have to prioritize your sleep, and you have to become a person who says, I sleep at this time and there is not a single other thing that trumps it. Now, if you truly want to change, right, because most of the time when you think of change and when you think of stopping bad habits, you instantly think of the action in and of itself. But it's just not going to work in that way. It's just not going to work because it's too late. It's already too late when you've done the bad habit and afterwards you're thinking, how can I not do this again? You should have that thought beforehand. And so the thing is, if you have good sleep, you're going to increase your discipline and your willpower. You're going to increase it, and you're less likely to do those bad habits. And now, if I were to tell you something that will even be better, this is it. You will improve your life and like everything else if you sleep well and if you sleep consistently. Because the moment you stop living in a place of survival is the moment you will start to create start to thrive, start to be this person who can actually change. And that's what I found. For over the last 3 weeks, I've kept very consistent markings of what I was doing every single day, from sleep to whatever habits I was doing. And the moment I was able to just get the sleep and also the diet down was when I could actually start focusing on other things. And that's how you actually go beyond your self-improvement. If you consistently exercise, sleep, and create a diet, that's when you'll start making money, by the way, because now you've stopped thinking about survival, the 3 things which are necessary for it, and now you're thinking about thrival. Like, you're thriving, you want to thrive. And thriving means becoming rich, becoming this person who's competent. And how do you do that? It's by first getting rid of these basic things, and so sleep is important. And after that, you can actually start being consistent, and when consistency rolls, you're less likely to do the bad habits, more likely to do the good. And also, you'll have more brain capacity because you're no longer worrying about these things. You're no longer putting brain power and willpower into thinking, oh, will I sleep at this time today? Will I do this today? What should I do today? Oh, I have 2 hours free, I may as well wank off. Like, there are things that you have to understand about this. The moment everything that in your life that's basic, the foundational for your self-improvement, becomes consistent and it's automatic and you don't have to worry about it, that energy you put towards it can be transferred towards actually something good, something that will actually change not only your life but everyone around you, so that you can actually create wealth by establishing the skills necessary. Maybe you start some sort of business, maybe you just get really, really, really good at the job that you're doing. And so that's how you actually do it. It starts with good sleep. And another thing, with lust, please understand, if you truly want to stop relapsing, get rid of the stimulus. Meaning, if you know for a fact that when you sit down on your desk and you open your laptop at a certain time, after school, after this, after that, and you know for a fact at that time you will relapse because you just maybe watch an anime, or you like go on Instagram and you look at some chicks, and because of that you then look at some other things and it gets worse and worse and worse, and before you know, you just have like no self-respect for yourself. If at that point you know that these stimuluses, this environment is going to lead to that result, then just leave that. Leave it and just go for a walk. That's it. I hope you guys found this video useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. God bless.